Good evening, everyone. It is another January 2014 comic book day tomorrow, and we're going to bring you some of the stuff. I don't think we have anything going on around here, so there's not much really to talk about except for the fact that you should be checking out the Facebook, you should be checking out the website for all kinds of new programs, the Rolly Button program, you've got New Saver program, you've got the SCCG every Tuesday night, we've got the reading program, the reading book club essentially, once a month where you meet after reading a graphic novel and discuss it. You can talk to me about all this in the shop. Find it on our sites.
Rolly's Reading Club.
Rolly's Reading Club, yes. For kids, there's all kinds of benefits for kids under 12 to be reading comic books and collecting. So into the books for this week, we got Remender with yet another book. We got Deadly Class, 1987, kid on the streets. He watched his parents die before his eyes, and the way they die is pretty horrific, pretty random, pretty unlikely, but the world's filled with a lot of things that we didn't think would happen. So he's on the streets. He's trying to find his way. Things are going horribly when he's brought into a school of assassins. So the Deadly Class is people that are each training to kill people in a different way. You go Remender. Badass, it's exactly what it sounds like. This guy hates the world. He hates life. He hates himself. He just hates people in general. And when he dons that mask, he really goes and does it. This right here is Amadeus Cat. Sorry, now I gotta look it up. I read it already. But he's in a superhero world. He's a bad guy. He's getting caught up in some things above his head. And it is, sorry about that, Amadeus Kitty. That's so much cuter. It was a fun read. It was a good start. #1 from Dynamite. Dead Body Road. Looking for a Punisher fix? This is the place to go. We got more of #1 in this week. Just ask me about it. I can point you in the right direction. Or just, if you know your alphabet, you're welcome to go check the top shelf. All new X-Men. Last week they had one. They also got one this week. And this begins the trial of Jean Grey. The aliens have heard that Jean Grey's back. Well, not really back. She's forward from the future, from the past. Young Jean Grey is going to be put on trial for the crime she has yet to commit. Now, I got to say, she has it coming. And I hope it's got paid. Batman. We're finally getting to the Riddler. We just had the wrap-up of the Dr. Death last issue. This thing's kind of putting things, kind of wrapping it all up, leading straight into the Riddler. Wonder Woman. Azrael's been doing an amazing job. This cover is incredible, and in fact, that book itself is really amazing. We've got 0 and 1 on the shelf. Palmiotti, Connor, the guy who does the artwork, I don't know his name, Harden. He's fantastic. It's a really fun Harley book. The first couple issues have been great. This one continues to be just as good. Kyle, out with the new Guardians, the old Guardians, I guess, too, because they were stuck in that little box protecting the first Lantern. We now have them traveling the galaxy. Kyle's trying to find his place in it, now that he's got the powers of all the Lanterns, and nobody knows he's alive. More Hickman goodness. We got the original Avengers. We got Avengers World, another Hickman book. If you had to pick any Avengers book to read, I would pick Avengers, New Avengers, and World Avengers, or Avengers World, because you can't really read just one without the other, because Hickman is creating a giant whole. X-Men, Brian Wood's goodness. Oh, okay. X Factor, #1 we still have available. Yes, we do. #2 comes out tomorrow. Peter David goodness, they canceled it. They're back. They're a corporate team. #1 just sets it all up. #2 is where the action really starts. Elf Quest. New Adventures. I really don't need to say much more. Origin, if you guys read the first one, you know where it left off. If you didn't, I'm going to ruin it for you right now. We find Wolverine on his own, living with a pack of wolves, finding his place in nature, having thrown off the shackles of civilization. The first one brings him back into the fold, essentially. Destroys his way of life. This is where he finally comes back to civilization, and of course, the X-Men, so as all this Cataclysm stuff's going on, the X-Men, the core X-Men, have essentially been trapped in this other little universe, battling the Galactus drone. This is the one, I believe it's the final one, where they find their way back, and not without its toll. Some prices have to be paid to get this done. Justice League, we continue the Doom Patrol versus the Injustice Society. Not really a good matchup considering the Justice League got beat. But it was a fun and beautifully drawn arc with Ryan and Reed. And Cyborg gets a brand new look. We've got Samurai Jack. We got classic Samurai. You've got Pretty Deadly. Now, I'm waiting till all 6 issues come out before I read mine. I read number 1. I enjoyed the artwork. It was beautiful. The story was interesting, but there was so much going on that I wanted to wait till I had a full. People have really been digging it, and you got this little wraparound there. Midas Flesh, it's in all ages. You got astronauts, you got dinosaurs. There's other things too, but one more. And you got Krampus taking down Christmas. All right, guys, I have got this cool Marvel poster with everybody on it. All you have to do is comment on this. I've only got one. Comment when I close shop. Well, let's do it Thursday. When I close shop Thursday, comment with the most likes about the Avengers and about this poster. Thank you very much, you guys.